the Episcopal Church in Redlands, California. We're meeting for a gospel-based discipleship talking circle. So Dora, tell us why, when you first came to Trinity, what made you feel like you wanted to come back?
Oh gosh, the people, the presence of God, and I just love the church and Father David and his wife. The first time we came here, she sat by me and I didn't know who she was. We hung out the whole day, the whole evening, until the end of the night. She told me who she was. I was like, wow, interesting. But we had a good time. But and then it was the Native American Indian month. I think that's when we came. Yeah. And the natives came. We done our talking, our drumming. I had a great time.
Matthew, who called you up, and you called me about how moved he was that he had been, the first time in years, felt like he could be in a Christian church and be himself. Was that Matthew?
Yeah. He left the congregation that he was with, or the denomination he was with, because they basically didn't want him to be a native person. They wanted him to be who they were. And he identified very quickly that that felt like he was not living authentically and with integrity. And of course you all hear me say those words a lot as being so important and key to why Native people are drawn in or pushed away from church. And so when he came here that day, by invitation of Ben Hale, through the Native Family Center, it was the first experience he had ever had, ever in his life, of the enculturation of Native tradition with Christian tradition in a way that so moved him that he said that he even fought it when he was sitting in the pews as we were preparing for communion, that he was so upset because he was fighting, he said, with the devil, saying, I'm not going up there and taking communion. What is this church? Who are these people? You know, I don't want to do this. And he kept getting called out that he needed to step forward. And he came up to communion and put his hands out to receive communion, and he broke down crying. It broke his heart open. And in that moment, he told me after that, I can never go back, because I can't ever say that there isn't a church that appeals to me and to my heart. And so that's why he said he wanted to be part of this group and part of this church and part of this circle as we get it going.
About you said bringing Native people or inviting Native people here. If you guys would print up a flyer, because I go to the casino, I go to the clinic, I go to a lot of places where there's Native. To Morongo, I can put it on the bulletin board. I can go in there in the clinic, the front office, and just post bulletin board. They will allow me to do that. And then when people see that, that's when they call, put a number on there, a contact number, then they'll get in touch with us. That's how I promoted Native American Family Center. And they got in touch with me. That's how we started the Talking Circle, and that's how the Talking Circle got bigger. So we had 12, 15, 20 people sometimes. And that's how we did it.
Could we use your number as the contact
Sure, no
number?
problem. But you know, that's how we can get people, different natives, because we have to go out there and post it, and that's when they come, when they see the bulletin. Or when I go places, when I go to powwows, when I go to any Native events, I can always pass it out and, you know, tell them, hey, you know, this is what's going on over here.